Spirit Center. How's everybody doing this morning? Are you out there? Yeah. I have a beautiful singer with me this morning, Rowan. Let's give her some love. All right. Come on. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got all my peeps with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Everyone can see.
We together.
All right, come on.
As we walk on by, and we fly just like birds of a feather. I won't tell no lie.
All of the people.
Around us they say, can we be that close?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Just let me say for the record, we live and love in a family dog. We are family.
I got all my sisters with me.
Say it to me.
We are family.
Come on, say it, sister.
I got all my sisters with me.
Living life and we're together as we walk around and we fly.
Just like birds of a feather.
I won't tell
No lie.
all of the people.
Around us they say, can we be that close?
Oh yeah, just let me
Stay for the record.
say what? We live and love in a family dog. We are family. Hey, I got
All my sisters with me.
say it to me.
We are family.
Come on, say it now.
We
Family. Woo! Hey, hey, hey. Everybody, come on. We are family. Oh, say it. We are family. Say it now. Say it, baby.
we are family.
Hey, hey, oh, we are family. Here we go. We are family. I get it. Sing with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Oh, let's give Rowan some love. Whoop, whoop. Say thank you. Oh, USC, I'm glad to see you in the house this morning. If you have a cell phone out and didn't get a video of that, shame on you. But text a friend, call somebody, let them know you're having a great time this morning at USC, and that means you online as well. Let's give some love to the sounds of Spirit. Linda on piano, Oliver on bass, and Matt on drum, and our guest singer today, Rowan on vocals. So let's get ready and stand up and sing our congregational song together. You all know this song. We, one big family. We just keep it in the family today, y'all, huh? Keep it in the family. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one, a one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. And let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Oh, come on. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, hey, hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one and one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Joyful sound, here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound, here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
Good morning. Good morning. No gym workout this morning, right? We just got it. So good morning. Welcome. Welcome to Universal Spirit Center. I'm Kevin Busey. I have the great joy to be the spiritual leader of our community, and I welcome you. Whether you're here for the first time, you've been here forever, welcome you this morning to our gathering, and a special welcome to you who join us online this morning. So we have a lot of announcements this morning, so bear with us. And all of our announcers are going to be really brief. They promise they're going to be really brief. But I want to share some sad news and some happy news. So the sad news is this is Frederick and Joan's last official day with us. They're moving to Washington, D.C., Washington State. Will you stand? I love that, Frederick, just to have everyone stand and clap. That is so great. So we had a great party for them last night, just acknowledging they have been with me before the beginning of this coming together as spiritual community. They have clearly been pillars of our community. They have both from the very beginning stepped into service every single Sunday. You both are role models of sacred service, and just acknowledge you for that. And we'll talk more about them later. I want to acknowledge all the folks who helped set up last night. There were a number of people. There were Gino, there was Bob, there was Christopher, and Tim made taco, and Annette. Whom else am I missing? That's it, okay. And then Tim made tacos for last tacos. So appreciate that. So that's my sad news, but they're very excited. We're excited for the new adventure that they're embarking on in Washington State. So, and I did share last night that I've let all the centers know in Washington State that a cook is arriving. So. And some really great news. In this congregation here this morning, we have brand new newlyweds. Who? Who would that be? Who got married yesterday? Diana and Dave, would you guys stand? They made it official after 7+ years. We're glad you joined us this morning. So it was a great celebration yesterday. And you have your son here. Hi, son. I know I met you yesterday. Ben or... Yeah, Ben. Yeah, okay. Well, welcome, Ben. Okay. So one more thing I want to announce. We have new membership class coming up. If you're interested in being a member of our center, you first need foundations for that. But if you've taken foundations and you're interested, I'll facilitate that process on June 23rd. It's Wednesday night at August. We're already in August. August 23rd, there's a sign-up sheet outside and at our Yes table, so sign up. And if you're interested in taking foundations, this would be a good time to do that. There's also a sign-up sheet for that as well. And then let's have next person up. See you.
Go ahead.
Gino is awesome if you want first spot. Hello, family. I am Sue Yun Kuhn, and I'm here to make an announcement for the San Diego Yoga Festival, which is September 9th and 10th. Please come volunteer to be in our information booth to spread the news about Universal Spirit Center, how awesome we are, how awesome Gino and Rev and Kevin are. So we're having a booth, and I'm having an info meeting after services today. I'll be at the Yes table, and then I'll be across the street to answer any questions, and I will have Nomad bagels and donuts. Speaking of, well, first of all, I want to make a plug for foundations. I just took foundations for the second time, amazing class with Rev Kev, and I got to know Bob Mosey better, and in honor of Bob, I have a joke.
So, no.
Sorry, Bob, I took your joke. So, why did the bagels struggle in yoga class?
Why?
Why did the bagels struggle in yoga class? Because it couldn't find its center.
That is a true Bob.
So, we don't want that to happen to any bagels or anybody in San Diego. We want them to find their center, namely Universal Spirit Center. So come to the info meeting. Thank you. Oh, and then also we have a Zoom info session at noon tomorrow in the community room if you can't make it after today. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. Well, I can't follow that joke and all the wonderful stuff and all the wonderful things going on. I think this month was Surrender to Love, and there's a lot of love going on in here and has been going on, and we send it up to Washington. We're having a poetry event Friday night. So surrender to words, to the sacred word Friday night. Bring a poem that you like, love, that you are connected to, and or bring one that you have written yourself. And we'll from 6:30 to 8 over across the way. Be outside at the Yes table to sign up, answer any questions, and also bring iPad or a journal, because we'll be sharing poems and then doing a little bit of poetry adventure. And if you can't come, read a poem yourself this week. You know, read a poem to somebody else. Write a poem, write a line. And next Monday is, in the UK, is National Poetry Day, and they are just going crazy over there. And over here, some people are celebrating, some poets are celebrating that here in San Diego. So, and best of luck to you with love. Goodbye.
Thank you, Pat. Just put it down there. All right, family. We have them in the house. Our beloved Toby Geist that always does the last month of breath work. Her partner, Catherine, and she are doing a wonderful event. Let's put that event up. Yes, please. Magically You with Toby and Catherine. These ladies have really put the work in and done an amazing job. So it's an event that's taking place in San Juan Capistrano, and they're here so you can ask them all kind of beautiful questions and find out about it. They're really powerful, and they're lifting the light and consciousness of this universe. So thank you so much, both of you. Beautiful. Awakening Wednesday, the quote for August: "The presence of spirit within me blesses everyone I meet." That's an Ernest Holmes quote. And so the REP call to action is me. It's me. It's me. I am in a wonderful production called The Colored Museum. It will be taking place at La Jolla Playhouse, August 18th through the 20th, and then August 25th through the 27th. I do have a few flyers with me, but it is on our webpage under our Racial Equality Project. When it says get involved, go there. You'll see that beautiful black woman's face. Click the link, and you could get tickets to come see me. See me. So I hope you do. It's a powerful production and one for great food and thought. All right, family.
Good morning. I am presenting an opportunity to get involved with our social justice group, which is Spirit in Action. Tomorrow at 5 o'clock at the County Admin Building, there is going to be a gathering to honor all of the people that have died from gun violence in San Diego. And I'm sad. This is sad to say, but we all need to realize that we need to do something to make our voices heard. The single biggest reason for death in children and teenagers is gun violence. So please be present tomorrow 5 at the County Admin Building. I will be in the back at the table, the yes table outside. Please come and see me, and I'll let you know how we're going to find each other and all that stuff. It would be a great idea if you bought a Universal Spirit Center t-shirt so we can make a stand together at this sad event. Thank you so much.
Good morning.
Good morning, Bobby.
My name is Bob Moser. I have the rest of your announcements. And if you have any questions, please go to our website at universalspiritcenter.org. The announcement that I have is this third Saturday with Angels, August 19th at Margot's Place. It's from 1 to 3. You can go online, info@universalspiritcenter.org to find information. Again, that's the 19th from 1 to 3 at Margot's Place. So, I thought she.
It's also Margot's birthday, so I think at 11:30 they're having a potluck.
So, Margot's birthday is on the 19th? Okay, so you're going to have a potluck too, combining with at 11:30 on the 19th or the 20th? Okay, on the 19th. Okay. So, you guys, Frederick and Joan, I have a joke especially for you guys. So yesterday, we had a going-away party for Joan and Frederick, and there was a lot of laughs and stories, and the food was great. There was even some weepy eyes. Even the beautiful cake had tears.
Bob, it is
Yeah,
so.
Bob. Yeah, Bob.
So I invite you to please stand and turn around. Under the clock is a camera where hundreds of people are watching us. So wave to the people that are watching us. We're glad that you're with us. Thanks for being part of our center. Stay standing and welcome each other to Universal Spirit Center. Yes. So I will use this one then. Okay. So this morning is paper bag ministry as well as all the other things we have going on at our center. So what you're invited to do as you exit is make a bag of goodies, and you can either give them to someone who asks you for food or money during the week, or keep them with us, and then we give them to PATH, which is an agency that goes to homeless camps or unsheltered camps and gives food out there. So please participate in that. All right, I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath. Thanks for all your attention during all those announcements. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes to take that journey from outer to inner. Our practitioner this morning is sick, suddenly became sick, so I'm filling in on that role, and we won't have a practitioner afterwards for prayer, but we will have prayer requests if you would like a prayer request. So take full, deep, rich breath. Just allow yourself to settle. And experience from within yourself a rising up of spaciousness, of stillness, of presence. So I'll read our reading for this morning. We'll have some quiet time, and then I'll conclude with a prayer. So our reading is from Joel Goldsmith. What a release from all fear would come to us once we realize the divine constitute our very life. This divine life is our only life. We have no life to lose because our life is the divine life. The very Spirit of God dwells in our being. Our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. And so, as we still ourselves, let us be aware of a divine unfolding that is happening within our very being and within our lives. Let us breathe, let us let go, let us surrender to this divinity, to this unfolding, to this inner grace, to this light. And as we come together as spiritual community, we strengthen that inner light. And we bring forth this light into our very lives.
Radiant faith is my friend today, and I see my life in a different way. I'm not excited, and I'm not crawling in despair, but I'm better than I have been. At the center of my sober mind, I am calm, I am sure. And every mountain lay low. I'm living in the desert, and the rose is blooming on the highway. For my God, blooming on the highway. For my God. The years on the road, so narrow and long, taught me to listen to life's sacred song. Can't you hear it? And even if you fall, a radiant faith keeps you strong, and it gives you the courage to go on. Feel the song and move on. But be sure that every valley shall be exalted, and every mountain laid low. I'm living in the desert, and the rose is blooming on the highway. For my God, I'm blooming on the highway. For my God, already faith is my friend, and I know that the way has been prepared for me on the highway. No dead-end streets on the highway. We gotta do the work on the highway. You're walking in forever on the highway. Come on. There's no hitchhiking on the highway. You hear a choir of angels on the highway. We gotta do the work on the highway. There's no hitchhiking on the highway. You're walking in forever on the highway. You hear a choir of angels on the highway. Every day's a blessing on the highway. Every day's a blessing on the highway. For my God, every valley shall shall be exalted, and every mountain laid low. I'm living in the desert, and the roses blooming on the highway. For my God, I'm blooming on the highway. For my God, I'm blooming on the highway. For my God, blooming for my God.
Gina and our house band, Sounds of Spirit. Aren't we glad Linda's back? Aren't we glad Linda's back?
I'm so glad to be back.
Oh, let's take another deep breath here. So we've been talking for almost 2 months now about this book, Letting Go by David Hawkins. And so last week I talked about what he said about courage. And what he said about courage is that for us to move from a sense of victimhood in our lives to empowerment, it's necessary that we have courage to face those difficult aspects within us, or those difficult life circumstances that arise. That's what we talked about last week. I invited you to get courageous about the different situations that happen in your life, or the different people, the difficult people, the difficult parts of ourselves. Because what happens when we gather courage to face those difficult aspects of our lives is there's a shifting from I can't to I can, and I will. From an I can't and I won't to a I can and I will. And that shifts all of the energy to empower us to face those things in ourselves and our lives that are difficult. So last week, many of you came up to me. Many of you came up to me and you said, you were speaking just to me, just to me. Many of you did that. And the truth is, I was speaking to myself. But the greater truth is, I think more accurately, I think I was addressing the next evolutionary impulse of us as a species. I think that's what I was pointing to. And a lot of you are feeling that in yourselves, that next evolutionary stage or impulse that we're going through as a species. And it's this. It's to leave behind the negative energetic patterns that have been created and built over a lifetime, and to create positive energetic patterns within us. To release those places in ourselves that cause us suffering and struggle, and to step into our own empowerment, new life, new patterns, new ways of being. That's the evolutionary impulse. This is so consistent with our science of mind teaching. It's like Ernest Holmes, our founder, some 100 plus years ago, when he wrote this. It's almost like he knew what was coming forth. Because the whole point of Science of Mind and Spirit is to release old thoughts, negative feelings, replace them with new ones, and watch our lives expand and grow. That's it. That's the essence of it. So we're kind of like right on track. Because when you and I release negative thoughts, negative feelings, what happens automatically is divine self. Our divine self is revealed. That which is most true about us rises up as our experience. David Hawkins uses the analogy of clouds on a cloudy day and how the brightness of the sun burns away the clouds and reveals the light and the warmth of the sun. And I think it's no coincidence that Lord Krishna says the divine self can be likened to 1,000 suns at high noon. Check this out. The divine self, that which is within you, its light, its radiance, its power to heal, is like 1,000 suns at high noon. So David Hawkins says, the degree, as you and I start to get courageous about our lives, right, and start to move from a sense of victimhood and I can't and I won't and I'm helpless into I can and I will, we move subtly into the next step, into the next phase, which is acceptance. Acceptance with what is. Imagine how our lives would shift if you and I let go of struggle, of having to get, of controlling. Imagine the suffering that would dissipate. So there's a description of a minister that says, a minister is one who lives their inner process, lives their inner spiritual life process publicly. That's not one of my favorite descriptions because I am more of an introvert than an extrovert and because it's vulnerable. So I'm going to share something vulnerable about my life, but please don't repeat it to anyone else. And you online, you hundreds of people online, please keep what I'm about to say to yourself, okay? I don't want this to get out too far. So last Monday night, we had a practitioner meeting at Borg Hild's house, as a practitioner at our center, and she led a really great process of Ho'oponopono. Ho'oponopono. There's a forgiveness process, Hawaiian forgiveness process, and she led us in that. So we started, and I'm like, I've got forgiveness handled. This is going to be, fine. So I go through the process. She set up a beautiful process, which I will say she shared. She also does in the grief process, a grief group, which she's starting again in September. If you have any experience, this is a side announcement, side commercial. If you have any grief going on, check out that group. Check out that group. And will you be available afterwards for any questions? Yes. Okay. Will you stand? This is Borg Hild, who leads the grief group. Thank you for the process. So she leads this process on forgiveness, and I'm aware she's leading it that there's 3 folks, not that I have to forgive. It wasn't that as much as they're just hanging around the edges of forgiveness and unforgiveness. They're just done work with them, but somehow they end up in this space that she's creating for us in this process. 3 folks. Like, oh, I've been with you guys in this process before, meaning these folks, people in my past or present life. Past and present life. So as I'm kind of visiting with these 3 people, I realize, you know what? There's a common dynamic happening with all 3 of these folks. And it's me that's bringing the dynamic. Now, this is the part that's confidential. But it's me. I'm like, wow. So then I'm realizing, as we're doing this process, and I'm realizing it's kind of me that's bringing this dynamic, I feel a tightening in my heart. So, like this book is telling us to do, like David Hawkins, I've been talking about for a month and a half now, I'm with this energy. I'm just with it. I'm not trying to deny it or control it or anything other than being with it. Now, when we do that, sometimes for some of us, an image can come up, and that's a good thing to work with. So I just checked in to see if there was an image with the tightening of this heart. You guys following me? Yeah. So if there's energetic stuckness, just be open to an image. If it comes, an image came up, and it was a black, big spider on my heart. Now, let me stop here. This is the second time that black big spider showed up. About 2 weeks ago, I was doing meditation. About 2 weeks ago, I was feeling a tightness in my heart. About 2 weeks ago, I imagined this spider, and it was the first time I had seen it or recognized it, and it was ugly, and it was scary. I'm not afraid of spiders, but imagine a spider in your heart, right? That's not something that you want too many people to know about. That's why this part's confidential. But a big old spider, right? And at first I'm like, oh my God, this is ugly and scary and not wanted. But I know the command is to be with it. So a little later in the day, I realize my daughter has a friend, and sometimes she brings this friend over, and sometimes we sit in the backyard on the deck and we socialize. Sometimes we have dinner, we just hang out, right? So this friend, it's our backyard, and there's spider webs. He is intrigued with the spider webs and the spiders. And he'll look at him and he'll kind of check out the spider, and he talks about how amazing is it that a spider spins its own home, a huge home, and that it's all interconnected. Great analogy for human beings, right? But it's all connected with each other. So at times he said, come here, look at this. And we check out the spider and we check out the web. And I have to tell you, from his encouragement, I've been looking at spiders a little bit differently. I've been looking at them as creative. I've been looking at them as being able to spin connection with everything. That's what they do. They spin connection with everything. So then I'm like, the spider is a creative thing that reminds us that we're all connected. So in this meditation at Borg Hills, when I encounter a second time this spider, I'm grateful that this image has presented itself again. I'm curious about it. What kind of connection is it showing me? Is it revealing about my life? And I'm compassionate with the spider. Mike, would you put those 3 words up? I asked Mike to put these words up because I think they're just great words. So, when you feel a tightness in your body, no, let me back up. When you encounter a difficult situation in your life, in that person that's causing you pain, or in yourself, try this formula. Try being grateful for what's happening. Try being curious about what's going on. And show compassion. to that part of you that is tight or suffering or holding back. These 3 steps are the way in which we transform. It's the way to bring about transformation. You want to transform from struggle, from pain, from suffering into light, into peace, into connection. These are the steps. I didn't create them. They just are. Some of you in the past who have been around have heard of my spiritual teacher, Henry. Henry, my spiritual teacher, is a dog that we got some 4 years ago from Mexico, is extremely, extremely fearful, frightened, or he came that way, shut down. I actually thought we had a dog that had severe autism. I honestly did. And he's evolved, he's progressed, he's enlightening, he's transforming, right? And there are times, and I see it in him, there are times, maybe frequently, when something's out of place in our house, a broom's left out, or a package arrives, or we change around the furniture. When change happens in his environment, he sees it as a threat. How many of us are like Henry? When change happens in your environment, you feel threatened. Come on, let's be honest. I'm being honest. You might as well be. Change, he feels, I could see it almost like, oh, this thing is different. There's a change in my environment. I could see, he gets fearful. He backs off, his eyes get wide. About 80% of the time, when I talk to him in a gentle voice, he'll calm. He'll calm. He'll become, not 100%. Sometimes the thought is just too big, and he flees the room. But 80% of the time, it calms him. What if you and I developed a gentle voice for those parts in us that feel threatened or fearful? What if you and I developed gentle voices for those parts in us that feel threatened or fearful? This is the spiritual work. I want to close with a couple points that David Hawkins talks about in terms of this process. I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. I'm going to read just a couple points, and we'll just breathe that into your heart. Let your heart just open here. We surrender a feeling by allowing it to be there without judging or resisting it. We simply look at it. We observe it. We allow it to be what it is. Ignore the thoughts. There are thousands and thousands of useless thoughts. Make a decision. It is more important to be free than to carry a negative feeling. Let go. Feel lighter in yourself. People around you will gravitate towards that light.
When your shoulders have on more than they can bear, it seems you've been walking in a land unknown. Go to God in a place beyond your fears. God is loving you. Be still and accept this prayer of love in your heart. When your shoulders have on more than they can bear, seems you've been walking in a land unknown. Go to God in a place beyond your fears. God is loving you. Be still and accept this prayer of love in your heart. Stand on the rock of those who've gone before you, those who hold you high in glory, and those who hold you close in prayer. Stand on the truth. God is the power. God is the way. God is the answer. Accept what has been given. It's the reason why we pray. And the things that held you back will disappear, and the veil of tears won't be heavy anymore. Yes, a life so torn apart can heal again. Trust in God, I know you will, and accept this prayer of love in your heart. Stand on the truth. God is the power. God is the way. God is the answer. Accept what has been given is the reason why we pray. And the things that held you back will disappear. The veil of tears won't be crying anymore. Yes, a life so torn apart can heal again. Trust in God, I know you will. Accept this prayer of love in your heart. Will you accept this prayer of love in your heart?
Gina and our house band. Thank you. So I've asked Frederick and Joan to say a few words this morning to us, and there is a poster board in the back that they're going to take with them to Washington. So it's an opportunity for you to write greetings or blessings or farewells on that board. It's on the back table. So would you come, and you don't have to come up, you can stand right here if you would like, or come up, whatever you would like. Yeah.
First time he has ever turned the microphone over to me. When Kevin asked us to say a few words before we ask for the conscious giving, I thought, how many times have I done this over the years? And what else or anything new do I have to share? And so I thought I'd share just a little bit about why this community, this family, has been so important to me. I think I have shared before that I had been searching for quite a long time to find a spiritual community that I felt I fit in and that fit my needs. And when I found this community, this was it. Because it's a community that allows us to be who we are, encourages that, and that gives us guidance and leadership to develop and know who we are. And I had not felt that before. I'm not going to go into great detail, but many of you know I was born a twin, an identical twin. And she passed when we were 3.5. And later in my life, I got involved with a group, a community called Twinless Twins, which really changed my life too, because I could trace so much of what I had been feeling and experiencing back to that loss. Research has really shown that there is not another connection like identical twins. And so for many of us who keep looking for that connection, it's not there. And I think that's certainly what I had been doing. However, when I came to this community, I felt accepted. And I felt I could be my own individual self. And it just opened me up. Just opened me up. And gave me the courage to continue to grow in my spirituality and to know that I was accepted and part of. And there's nothing that can replace that feeling. That is such a precious feeling when you haven't felt that and then you experience it. So I know that this center can provide that for you, as it has for me. One of the other reasons that I have not always felt comfortable in a group is because most of my life I have been a rebel. Now, you might not think that of this sweet little old lady, but I started out as a very young child, my mother tells me, as a rebel, and it's not surprising that from a very young age I wanted to be a social worker. I knew from the beginning, and you know, social workers are all about change, all about social change, all about seeing that all people are treated equally. And so sometimes we're not really accepted into some groups if we're trying to create change. And again, this community thrives on that. I am so proud of the social justice committees and of the group that so many of you are doing. It's amazing the number of lives that we're reaching. And so that's why I'm here. And that's why it's so sad to leave. I know it's the right decision we've made, but it sure has been hard. It's taken that courage that Kevin has been talking about.
My beautiful bride. I'm okay with feeling sad. And that's a good thing for me because I don't go through this process of accepting love. I've most of my life been a giver of it. And that's part of my dharma. And I totally understand that. Yesterday was about allowing that to be, to receive as I am receiving now from all of you who have gathered here to share this Sunday with us. I encourage you to realize that the act of giving your financial gift is preparing this community for the next generation unfolding. There are lots of young people who are looking for this kind of home, and we are here collectively to prepare an opportunity for them to be in a space of love and growth, and one that doesn't require you to worry about somebody taking your name on a list. You know? I dearly love this community, and I love what has happened to me through this experience, and I know it continues after we leave. For that, I am eternally grateful. And to my family that's online, I encourage you to push that little button, hit that little square, and give, because this is a nonprofit organization of which it relies upon our contributions to keep it going. And if you are receiving online by attending the services online, I invite you to give from your heart. Give up a cup of coffee, which is now $5 or more a day, and turn that into your gift, but just give from the heart primarily. As I look at all of you, I see God reflected back in me. As I look at all of you, I see love reflecting back. And I know each one of you is an expression of who I am in that divine mind. It's such a beautiful lesson we get from this practice to realize the oneness of all who we are. We come together in love, we support each other in love, and it's such a beautiful experience to come into this gathering and come out nourished. So I give thanks for the gifts you give every Sunday, for the gifts that you will give after we leave, and we hold you in our hearts as we move to our next experience up in Washington. I got a special order in for about 100 pairs of long johns and a few woolly caps, but I know it's not quite that cold. But I just, yesterday was so special, and today is so special. I see faces out there that I remember from way back when we just began, and it's amazing that we've been here 20 plus years. It just went poof. But what a joyous journey. And for all of that, I give thanks. And I bless this event and know it is good. And Joan's going to say the prayer.
And so as you take your gift in your hands and hold it to your hearts, we know that it is blessed. And we know that this organization uses those monies for the highest good. That we know and can trust. And so we give great thanks, much gratitude for all that has been received and all that is given. And we know all is in right order. And so we say thank you. And so it is.
Beautiful, thank you. And Michael, let's put up our QR code so our Divine Lines people online, as Sweet Frederick said, they can hit that QR code, because we have Venmo now as well, and Venmo is in the back of your seats. You can just click it right there, click it right there. Yeah. I'm not worried about tomorrow. Today I declare freedom from yesterday, mistakes of the past. Today all things are brand new. And don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should? I can change my reality by changing my mind. Perfect peace, joy and happiness is yours and it's mine. I am loved and so are you. And don't it feel good to know that all is well and unfolding as it should? All is well, all is well. Divine Spirit is connecting me right now. All is well, all is well, all is well and unfolding as it should. Whoa, 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 whoa.
All right, so I'm going to ask Frederick and Joan to come up. Come up. Let's do a blessing on Frederick and Joan. So I'm going to ask all of you to stand. And I'm going to invite you to face the congregation. And let's extend our hands and energy, and let's just send them love right now. So let's first and foremost give thanks to Joan and Frederick for their many years of service to our community. For the way Sunday after Sunday, meeting after meeting, they have showed up and they have said yes. So we honor their yes in terms of service. We honor their open hearts, the love that they have so freely shared with us. So in gratitude, let's send love to them love and guidance and light on their next adventure. Let's know that they travel with the angels, with saints, that they are so protected and so guided and so loved. So we know a mighty blessing upon them. We send it forth now. And join with me in knowing all this as together we say, and so it is. Amen.
Doesn't matter where you go, Joan and Frederick, we always family. We are family. I got all my USA with me. We are family. Stand up, everybody, and sing it with me. We are family. I got USA with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Take it, baby.
Everyone can see we together. Okay, I don't get it.
And we fly
Just like birds.
of a feather. I won't tell no lie. All of the people around us, they say, can we be that close? Just let me
Say for the record.
We're giving love and a family does. We are family. I got all my. Oh yeah, I want you to have a fantastic Sunday. If you have not signed the board, if you haven't signed the board for Joan and Frederick, it's right back there. And remember, when people look at you and say, "Where did that light come?" What do you say? I don't believe you. What do you say?
Universal Spirit Center.
That's what I'm talking about, 'cause we are family. We are, yeah. We are family. I got USC with me. Say it to me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Oh, yeah. We are family. Let me hear y'all. We are family. We are family. 2, 3, we. Let's bring it down. Everybody, we are family. Come on. We are family. Say it like you mean it now.
We are family.
Oh, come on and say it with me. Say it with me. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. Yeah. We are family. Oh, yeah. Get